John Rasmus with Rasmus Gaming here. This is my hometown of Heidel. In Black Desert Online, I play the Uno server because Uno is the default server for North American servers, and I didn't know there were two other servers. I just clicked the button and started playing. The chat is constantly filled with people fighting. Well, that's not true. I mean, occasionally, just every time I look down and look at it, there are people arguing about something or another. For example, one person was saying World of Warcraft has more active users. That's total BS. Take a look at this street in this tiny town of Heidel. Everyone with a title over their name that is in blue, or if their name is in yellow, is a player. They're actually playing. If you could even count how many people are passing this road of this tiny town, you would see this isn't even the capital. The capital is way over here. I don't know what other servers are like, but this isn't even a busy spot. This is pretty normal. If you want to see a busy spot of this tiny town, well, let me communicate with my horse real quick. Your horse increases in stats, or has the ability to, when you communicate with it. It increases in speed when you're training it, stuff like that. Here's a much busier spot. Here are some fisher people just fishing. Fishermen. Here's the bank, basically. This is typical. This is normal. This isn't even a high amount. This is normal for this tiny town. And I imagine there's even more popular towns that I haven't even been to yet. But for my level, I do admit this is probably one of the more popular towns. But there are towns, for example, just north of here, in Velia. That town is about equally as popular as this one. Maybe not in fishing, but in the bank most definitely. And in traffic. These are players. They're online. And yeah, there's a few NPCs, but you can dramatically tell the difference between the NPCs and the players. I've never seen this type of activity in World of Warcraft. Never. Not even close. Now, just like World of Warcraft, the players aren't gonna sit there and chat unless you're in the same guild or something like that. But this is dramatically over the top. The most active MMO I've played since opening day of Ultima Online, Year 1, Year 2, Year 3 of Ultima Online, maybe Week 1 of Asheron's Call for a few seconds in a few areas, but not really, because this is just one city. There are many cities. Heidel, Velia, Calpheon. Those are the only three that I know of that are popular. See, I haven't even scratched the surface on the size. And people say, oh, the size is small. The size is not small. auto travel exists because of how big it is, and they don't allow teleportation or wormholes or moon gates or anything like that. So you're forced to travel because there are a lot of trading quests and simply trading, buying and selling to make money in this game. Kind of like Silk Road Online. Just the route of constant trade. You buy at 80% value at one city, and you sell for 130% at another city, for example, over and over and over. The bigger the wagon, the more you can hold and haul. My horse only has 2 slots of space. And let's see, here we go, just 2 slots. So I bought 2 bundles of eggs in a quest, and I didn't make that much. But if I had something huge and I traveled and all the nodes were connected, I'm connecting as many nodes as I can. But this game is extremely popular. Now, if I start talking to people, they might not pay attention. I'll give you that. But the chat is where people talk. Pretty much out in the world is where people don't talk. I mean, you can see people talk, but they'll look at the chat. And you can make the chat bigger. You can make the chat this big. And you can focus on the chat, and you can change the chat to different things. Like guild chat. Let's see, we have roleplay, local war, server, whisper, general, channel. And this game's extremely fun. The reason I think people like online games is so they can show off their achievements and receive validation for their achievements with other people. If you're playing a game by yourself, congratulations, you beat Donkey Kong. Congratulations, you beat the bad guy in the castle and you saved the princess. Or you got a super cool piece of armor that you've been working for a year to get or whatever. And if there's no one else there and you're just by yourself, there's not much achievement, there's not much validation. On top of that, this game has open world PvP. When you leave town, it's open world, and you just left the safe territory. And it's called a war zone. And when you enter the war zone, past level 45, you can be attacked. But if you're riding pretty fast on a horse, going from place to place, you're not going to be attacked. Not enough to do anything. There would have to be monsters in the way, and monsters move pretty fast. And so there's no problems with trading. It's when you're just standing there doing nothing past level 45. I suppose there are some dangerous areas, and I will make videos of those dangerous areas in the future, but I'm only level 38 and I'm purposely going slow, and I'm going to connect as many nodes as I can and discover every single city in the game before I hit 45, hopefully, because I don't want the risk of meeting a level 60 character. Although I have to say, the highest ranked player in the game is level 57.09, Rip the Jacker, Knuckles. This list changes all the time. I believe it was 56 last time I looked at this list. This list is in constant competition. There's no level cap to the game. On the Korean servers, 65 plus exists. But on this server, Uno, as far as I know, the most popular North American server, 57.09 is the highest. I hear it's extremely hard to level up after you hit level 50, but it does continue. So the people on that list on the top grind all day and all night. And I saw a YouTuber's video where he said that's why he quit this game, because he couldn't compete with the people grinding all day and all night. It's like that South Park episode where Cartman beats the guy who grinds all day and all night in World of Warcraft. And that applies to this game more than that game. But in that episode, there's a guy who grinds all day and all night, and the reason he can't be beaten is because he has no life. So he can't be killed because he has no life, because he's a no-life loser that just plays World of Warcraft 24/7. Now that doesn't make sense because World of Warcraft has a level cap. This game does not. So yes, someone that plays 24/7 is going to outdo you, perhaps with a little bit of stats here and there, maybe a general margin of stats here and there. But it's not too tough to get to level 50. And if you come across a level 57 guy, chances are he's really good at the game. But there's a possibility he sucks and he just mindlessly grinds. Either way, I'm not worried about it. That YouTuber quit the game because he stopped making YouTube videos, and perhaps that's what's happening with me. But I love this game. I've only been playing it 2 weeks. Amazing game. Buy it if you have not already, and if you're on the fence, check it out. I have a few minimal gripes, like the moon looks like Earth's moon, when clearly this is not Earth. So tiny gripes like that. Nothing worth mentioning. And just this game is really fun. It's a living, breathing world. It has an actual economy. It has players with personalities all over the place. I could go on and on about this game, but the reason that YouTuber quit was because he wanted to be number one. He had some type of superiority complex where he had to be number one on the list 24/7. I don't have that. I'm probably never going to be on the list in the top 30. I'm probably never going to be on the top 30. I'll be lucky if I get to top 1,000, to be honest, and I don't care. I'm here to have fun. Games are all about having fun. Yes, I'm going to grind and probably get to level 60 one day in a couple of years. Who knows? But I'm taking it slow on purpose because I don't want to get to level 45 before all major cities are connected. And you can raise your contribution points by wisely taking quests and by removing unneeded nodes. For example, Costa Farm. I probably don't need that. I'll probably withdraw it and I'll get an entire 1 point, I believe it is. But this game is phenomenal. It's kick butt. I thoroughly enjoy it. So I recommend you check it out. I have 3.5 million silver without even trying. I haven't tried yet. I collect these black stones all the time. These black stones are worth about 200,000 silver apiece. So if I cashed these in and put them in the marketplace, I would have easily 10 million silver cash, maybe a little more than that. So it's pretty easy to get silver, but they have these gold ingots, and you can actually invest in gold ingots and have a chance. It says here, the investment bank can only be used by players with a home rank of 1, so you have to buy a house, which only costs me 1 contribution point. But it says depositing gold ingots in the investment bank might earn you more money. I've never heard of a game so complex that you can actually invest in gold ingots and the bank will actually give you interest. Now, I haven't studied this, I haven't tested it, other than having my ingots 1 million. It's a 1 million silver pieces worth of 1 ingot. I don't know if it's increasing. I haven't checked every day, but I will check on that. I highly recommend this game. Check it out, buy it. $29.99, free for life. No monthly fee. I thank you for watching. This is Black Desert Online. This has been John Rasmus with Rasmus Gaming. Be seeing you.